welcome to Thomas Adams BBC News Report. My name is Imi Balachandran.
And my name is Alice Coburn. Our main headline today is the school budget cuts to schools across Shropshire.
On the 11th of March in Shrewsbury, teachers, parents and pupils took part in a march protesting against the cuts to school funds. The crowd shouted statements including, "They say cut back, we say fight back," and "no ifs, no buts, no education cuts."
New figures released by unions claim that Shropshire schools will lose a total of £13.4 million in funding by 2019 and an equivalent loss of 360 teachers. We will now talk to Jenny Harris, the organiser of the Shrewsbury March.
You feel it was necessary to organise the Shrewsbury March?
Being a teacher and a mother, I felt that I couldn't stand back and watch as dramatic changes happened within the education system and not stand up and fight, not just for my job, but also for the future education of my daughter.
Thank you. Schools are definitely suffering from this. Shrewsbury College will lose the most funding, £550,000. There will also be a cut of £330 per pupil and an equivalent loss of 14 teachers.
1 in 10 schools said that either art, music or drama will no longer be offered. Some teachers say that they are paying up to £1,200 on equipment for their classes every year.
98% of schools are facing cuts while pupils' numbers are growing and costs are rising. The money from the budget cuts will be going towards more free schools and grammar schools. Shropshire's funding could also go up by £1.4 million if a proposed new funding formula is applied.
There has been lots of controversy over the funding cuts, with over 27,000 tweets using the hashtag #WhatWouldYouCut. We will now go over to the correspondents Caitlin Hall and Ellie Evans, who are getting the opinions of teachers from Thomas Adams School in Wem.
How do you feel about the budget cuts?
I'm very, very cross about the budget cuts because our school is going to be seriously affected.
Do you have any idea how much funding we'll lose as a school?
Next year, I know for a fact that we are going to be short of about £64,000. But in actual fact, the real serious cuts will then start again the year after. So we've got quite a lot of money that we're short of.
Do you find yourself lacking funding?
Yes, definitely. We try to keep it, we try and protect the students. But you will find that there's slightly less subjects you can choose at sixth form, slightly less subjects you can choose at GCSE, and bigger class sizes. So you will see the effects of those. And some things like learning support perhaps are not perhaps as generously funded as we would like.
Do you have any idea how much funding you'll lose as a department?
No, but we will lose funding. Obviously, in terms of the budget cuts as a whole in the school, that will have an impact on different departments. So I'm not quite sure how much it will sort of affect me personally as a department, but certainly it will. And again, that means lack of resources for students. I'm going to have to think very seriously about kind of like textbooks, things like that. Things like IT as well, like Google Chromebooks, which we found to be really, really useful. We might have to kind of take a sort of consideration about what we can and can't buy. So yeah, it will affect me. I'm not sure exactly how much, but yeah, it will definitely affect me as a department, as a head of department, and obviously for my students and members of staff as well.
Thank you. These budget cuts are also going to affect many students, as the loss of funding will restrict the school's curriculum and classes will grow much bigger.
Head teachers may also have to cut back on school trips, concerts and sports events. Teachers could be made redundant and there will be a loss of support for students with extra educational needs. We now go over to our correspondents Maya Balachandran and Jenny Pringle, who are asking students what would they cut.
We're here with Year 9 girls Tilly and Lissy, who take part in lots of extracurricular clubs. Are you aware that Shropshire schools are facing budget cuts and losing funds?
I've never heard of that until now.
There was a march on Saturday to protest against this. Do you think if you'd known about the school facing money problems and there being less extracurricular clubs, you would have taken part?
I would have definitely taken part, as I think extracurricular clubs are essential to schools.
Thank you. That is all from us at Thomas Adams BBC News. Thank you for watching.